Cultivating Conversations is brought to you by HSBC.
Growth of the RMB was a watershed event in 2012, actually 2011 and 2012, and we think that that's going to continue. Let me first say that I think that the development, internationalization of the RMB is, for us in our careers and before us and after us, one of the most significant events in financial history, because we're seeing a major economy who does not have a convertible currency embark and is on the way to embarking on bringing it into the world stage. That is being manifested very clearly within the foreign exchange markets, which have year on year grown by 100% in the offshore market, and on an aggregate basis by 20%, so the onshore market has grown less quickly. It's being manifested in the financing market, where you have a dim sum product, as it's called, go from 0 3 years ago to this year we expect 360 billion RMB. So it's growing at a compound rate of 50-60%. And we're seeing companies execute their trade with China at rates that have never been seen before, and paying for it in RMB. So I think that this is an exciting development. It's something that's fundamental to really the world's growth story. Both onshore and offshore liquidity is perceived to be a problem. That's been true within the Eurozone space, where different numbers come into play, but we do need more liquidity to absorb both product, and we need to see more trade flow and more payments get made in RMB and banked offshore that can be invested in products. I think China, like many countries that are developing their local economies and their offshore currencies, etc., are changing the regulations and refining them as they go. So that's going to be an ongoing challenge for investors, issuers, offshore players to understand how that regulatory change is taking place. And the third, and it could be the biggest, is one of simple education. We look at the globalization, internationalization of RMB as being highly correlated between the onshore and the offshore growth. The Chinese administration has signaled they want to continue the evolution internationally, but the core of their proposition is to continue to develop the local markets, the local financial systems, the products and services that are provided, access into that pool of liquidity through their QFII schemes and their CBIM schemes, and that is then going to facilitate the internationalization of the currency. So they're very connected, the onshore and the offshore market. HSBC is positioned particularly well globally because of our footprint, not only in China, but also our connectivity with the developed and developing markets around the world, who are all big trading partners with China. I think the key to us now is to connect people within the opportunity, to educate them on the various opportunities that exist, and to create products and solutions that can be used in the real world to support the real economy.
Cultivating Conversations was brought to you by HSBC.